Bengals return to the site of Super Bowl 56, looking to start their own playoff run here in 2024. Mike Petraglia inside SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, on the outskirts of downtown LA. The Bengals are looking to finally craft a Hollywood ending to their game here in Los Angeles. They have had trouble closing out games, including the 2 losses to the Baltimore Ravens. They had leads in both of those games, double-digit leads, and the defense could not seal the deal. Of course, there was a game in Kansas City where they led late, and Harrison Butker beat the Bengals on a last-second field goal there. So that's 3 losses right off the top that the Bengals could turn around, and it would be an entirely different season. But it is what it is. Your record is what your record says you are, according to Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are 4-6 coming into this game. Mike Hilton said this week, you lose this game and you fall to 4-7. Essentially, the season is over. The playoffs are out the window for the Bengals, any realistic chances anyway of reaching the postseason. Bengals win this game, they improve to 5-6 going into their bye week. They beat a team in playoff position right now in the 6-3 LA Chargers, and you can have a different conversation coming out of the bye against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But first things first, the Bengals want to jump out to a lead against a Jim Harbaugh coached Chargers team that loves to play with the lead. They love to play physical. They love to run the ball, featuring J.K. Dobbins, of course, and Gus Edwards. Those are their 2 feature running backs. They, of course, have Justin Herbert, and he is totally capable of firing the ball downfield. But their passing game is not really what defines this Chargers team. It is the ability to be physical in the trenches and run the ball. That is something that the Bengals of late have done a good job of. They've contained Derrick Henry this year. For the most part, they contained Saquon Barkley until late in the 4th quarter when that game got away. On defense, the Bengals may not have Sheldon Rankins, their nose tackle, tonight. Just hours before the game, he was listed as questionable with an illness, so we'll see whether or not he is available. Trey Hendrickson made the trip here. He is expected to start and be available, as he had to miss the flight out on Friday for personal reasons. But again, Trey Hendrickson is expected to play in this game tonight. On the offensive side, it could all be about T. Higgins tonight. After missing the last 3 games with a quadriceps injury and missing 5 in total this year due to injury, T. Higgins is expected to return tonight and be a full go for Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the Bengals offense. Against this Charger defense, they can use all the weapons they can muster. This Charger defense leads the NFL in opposition scoring per game. They're allowing only 12.6 points per game, but the Bengals feel that there were opportunities to be made and chances to be taken down the field. And with T. Higgins back in the lineup and Jamar Chase playing at a all-pro level, certainly the Bengals feel like they could take some shots downfield against this Chargers defense. Orlando Brown probably not going to play, as Devin Cochran was again elevated on Saturday from the practice squad. So look for Cody Ford again to be the starting left tackle for the Bengals tonight. Bengals have protected Joe Burrow fairly well since the Bengals lost Orlando Brown Jr. a couple of weeks ago to a knee injury. Yes, he was hit 13 times last week, but Joe Burrow and Zach Taylor both telling me this week a lot of that is because Joe Burrow wants to hold on to the ball to the last second to try and drive the ball down the field. Will he be able to do that tonight against this stingy Chargers defense? Here inside, could not be better conditions. Of course, we're pretty much inside. It's a dome stadium, but as you can see behind me, it's open air, and the Bengals certainly would like to right the experience of 3 years ago when they lost the Super Bowl to the Los Angeles Rams on this very turf, 23-20. After the game, we'll have you covered, Skinny and me, on the Jungle Roar Skinny Bengals postgame pod on youtube.com/@JungleRoarPod. Follow me on the X @Trags, Trags, and of course, as always, at CLNS Cincy with a Y.com. Inside SoFi Stadium, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.